Africa's utility token that gives you access to a life of endless possibilities. You can shop, buy real estate, travel, invest, and build wealth. For more information, visit www.abitsnetwork.com. Great opportunities are presented to us every day. But sometimes we miss them, living a life of regret and what ifs. Opportunities come but once, or maybe not. Now, digital money revolution has come to Africa. Wealth is no longer for a selected few. Money has been redefined. Introducing Tatcoin. Tatcoin is Africa's utility token that gives you access to a life of endless possibilities. You can shop, buy real estate, travel.
Okay, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching AMA series on Crypto TV Plus, and we have on the program today Rebecca Fernandez, who is joining us all the way from Spain. I actually didn't mention this earlier, but right now she's joining us all the way from Spain, and we are talking about the products that she has running within the blockchain space, which is directly focused on solving the gender gap, and we're talking about the human capital blockchain. Thank you so much once again, Rebecca, for staying with us. The question I asked earlier, which we'll just continue on. So I asked you that you've been operating within the blockchain space for about 10 years, but your product, the human capital blockchain, have been around for about 5 years. And I'm asking, since you guys are focused on solving the gender gap, I actually want to believe that gender gap or gender inequality, right, is as a result of something, or something is triggering why we have gender gap. So my question to you is, why do you think, first of all, that we have more men, right, who are dominating the blockchain space than women?
Yes, thanks for the question, Tony. So basically, I was saying that for me, it is globally speaking, or generally speaking, also in the technology industry and on any other industry, we have gender gaps, and the reason why is because we have human bias. That is how the way that we are, I guess, organized, and also there's a systematic racism and systemic type of gender gaps that are present across the globe for many years. And I don't think that, for example, talking about blockchain specifically, is that you don't have to have a technology background to be in blockchain. I'm a truly example of that. I don't have an IT background, but I ended up in technology, and I'm dealing with, and I'm actually working towards to build a new technology. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I think we need to really take out that cliche that technology is just about men. I think because also many people, not only women, but many people think that technology is complex and it is no feminine, or again, it's just this type of preconception that we have in our minds that are systemic through the years, and it has a real impact in this, as you mentioned, for example, in blockchain that is purely male dominated. So for us specifically, because we are building the solution, and actually because I'm a woman, of course, and it has a real focus in gender inequality, we believe that the gender gaps in any type of industry, not only in blockchain, are coming for a systemic gender inequality or systemic racism, and it's something that we need to fix, to close, and to really live in an equality world. And that's why we have created this concept, gender gap tracer, in which we would like to close the gender gap, in 100 years' time, as the World Economic says, but yes, by 2030, because we don't have 100 years, and even if I have, then I don't want to wait 100 years, and I want to increase, right, this female ecosystem, not only in blockchain, in all the industries in the world. and with an equal opportunity and a fair opportunity in anything we do.
Okay, fantastic. Now, in your explanation, right, you talked about the fact that women or people shouldn't see the blockchain space as something that is just for people who are technically inclined, and which is a great point. And you also talked about ScarTracer. I would actually want to know what the ScarTracer is, and if it relates to the data question that I have for you.
Yes. So, to your point, to your first point, yes. For example, to get involved into the blockchain, you just need to have. You don't have to go to the university. Everyone can start using or doing blockchain. And again, you don't have to come to a technical background. You can leverage those skills. At the moment, we are actually living in a generation which we have access to information. Pretty much everyone in the world can access to a decent amount of information. And you can leverage that in your community. I mean, talking specifically in Africa, it might be the case that certain parts of the country can leverage those skills or start leverage those ecosystems, blockchain ecosystems, and start, of course, attracting more people to learn those skills. So it's something that you can take the lead if you are a person that you can do so, and teach other person, or even be you who can't build or grow this ecosystem. And again, you don't have to be a techie to be in the blockchain space, and there is many possibilities in which you can get involved. So that's one part of your question. And then the second part of your question, specifically about GapTracer. What GapTracer is really a real-time social compliance platform in which we help the public or the world to resolve or to solve injustice of gender gaps in unequal opportunity and pay. So yeah. To data, because we believe that, we don't believe it's well said that what you measure improves. So we need to capture those gaps. Now it's possible with blockchain, and actually on real time. It doesn't exist at the moment. Because at the moment the current technology is built in a way that we copy and paste. We cannot pass on data from one system to another, or even to one company to another. That doesn't exist. And with blockchain, this is possible. So we have built this concept of GapTracer with a specific focus in gender inequality, in hiring, pay, and promotion decisions, just to make or to inform the public what are the gaps, and then of course to build those protocols towards to close them as soon as possible. So that's a high level view of what is GapTracer.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I actually love the idea, or do I call it the dream, or the vision behind the GapTracer. But before we go on with the questions, or some of the questions that I have here for you. Now, we know that currently in the world, especially when it comes to blockchain adoption, we can say awareness first before the adoption. Where do you see this great dream of yours effectively solving gender inequalities using blockchain, considering the fact that we still have low rates of adoption?
Can you repeat the question, Tony? You was breaking up a lot, so I cannot catch you. Okay. Which question do you want to ask me?
Yeah, great. So can you hear me clearly right now?
Yeah, now it's much better. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. So I was asking, where do you see this great dream of effectively solving gender inequalities using the blockchain technology? Now, considering the fact that globally right now, as we speak, the rate of blockchain adoption is still very low.
Yeah, so basically you make a very good point that of course it's true that the blockchain adoption is very slow. And the first thing that we need to do, and it's actually what we're doing at the moment, is create awareness. And the awareness is the fact, actually, we are actually in a momentum because Melinda Gates, which is the wife of Bill Gates, they have created this challenge, which is Equality Can't Wait Challenge, and we have actually submitted our application to that with our GapTracer solution, because we believe that this is not one country issue. This is a whole issue that is coming from a century. It's coming from the history about this inequality that we are living and gender gaps. First of all, it's creating awareness, and this is a hot topic right now across the world. I just mentioned Melinda Gates because it's a clear example that everyone wants to do something, and we need to change. And it's clear that the current technology, the current way that we are organized, the current way or at our current pace, according to the World Economic Forum, it will take us 100 years. So what we are doing at the moment is, one, yes, building a solution, second, creating this awareness, and just keep working on this, because we believe that this is something that everyone wants to do. And of course, the more people thinks, or the more we speak about it and we talk about it, the more chances we have to an early adoption. And then talking specifically in the HR industry is that it is true that specifically in the HR industry, the blockchain terminology is still very new. We are actually the first ones in the world talking about HR technology using blockchain. And with this specifically product that we have launched, which is GapTracer, because it's a very simple smart contract. It has a very simple implementation, and it's something very simple, but has a huge impact. We believe that we can fast track that quite easily, because one of the facts that we are actually trying to solve is social compliance. It's a systemic type of problem, and that is not only in corporates, it's also in governments and in higher institutions, which it will enable us to fast track that in the rest of the commercial ecosystem. Let's put it that way.
Okay, great. Now, you talked about the fact that you guys have submitted an application already to a concept that Melinda Gates, who is actually the wife of Bill Gates, a concept that she put out there. Now, do you think institutions, companies, organizations, and individuals like these are ready to embrace this particular solution that we're talking about?
Yes, sure, and they must. They are ready and they must.
Why do you think so?
And I'm telling you why, because again, human capital is the main industry that we have in the world. We have been hearing for many years that humans are the most important assets, and they are not treated that way. We saw that, and we see that on daily basis. Our technology is not in favor. They cannot be reported because the data is not accurate. We have reports, and they are honestly coming from different sources, and there is no accuracy in whatever measures we saw in anything we can see in any type of report or measurements. Then we have the gaps. We have gender gaps. We have pay gaps. We have recruitment gaps. We see that only 25% of female reach C-level positions across the world. And we know about the role effect, right? We know that if we change, if there is that women empower other women, right? But for any reasons, in a pool of, let's say, 100 men and women, 50 men and 50 women, with the same type of role, we see that they have unequal payment, and then only probably five women of those, or 25 of those 100 women are going to reach senior leader positions within an organization. So We know that that happened, but we don't know why we cannot stop it. Now with blockchain, we can bring trust, traceability, and transparency to any type of decision. We can create this awareness and show to the public, look, this is something that, it is proved that, there should be a recruitment process that needs to be fair. There should be a payment process that needs to be fair. Mm-hmm. And there should be a promotional process or succession planning process that should be fair and transparent. And that's why we should say that, yes, they are ready and they should be ready to do it. And they must, because I think everyone wants to get credit that they are gender parity in their organizations. I guess everyone wants to work in an organization which is inclusive and diverse, because it's not the same being inclusive than diverse. Something that we also need to talk, maybe in another talk, Tony, but yes, they are ready and they must. I don't know if they are ready to be gender parity, but certainly they are ready to start using the technology and to start making those changes towards to close these gaps.
Okay, so I couldn't agree more with you there. I believe that they actually, or they are in a place right now where they just have to, because they don't have any other choice but to. Now, still on this, right, I believe that gender inequality, especially globally, like on a global scale, is a very sensitive and dicey issue, right? And the government of a particular nation should, how do I put this now? It's something that they should have in their minds as one of the major challenges or problems that they should be solving. Now, what areas do you think the government needs to be brought in to jointly achieve those goals? And how best can this be achieved to fast track the whole dream?
Sure, that's a very good question, and it really links to what I mentioned just before, that the role effect, the role effect is very powerful, and what that means that whatever happened in the higher position, it could be fast track down, right? So down the knees, and so like in a hierarchy type of methodology. So we know that blockchain offers a range of valuable qualities, especially for the government, right? And we know that in the government there is also gender bias, gender gaps, and there is also a lack of transparency, and it shouldn't be that way, and also inefficiency, because we know that in government there are certain processes that are very long, and blockchain offers this opportunity to bring back efficiency to any type of transaction that could be done in real time on a faster pace that at the moment we're seeing. It also brings transparency to government processes, because I believe that all the governments should have this motto that they should be transparent and trustful. And of course, it shouldn't be the way that in government there should be gender gaps, because they should be leading by the example. And I think that's something that we also need to embrace. So first of all, I think governments are key for this type of solution, and especially because there is gender gaps. So of course they can use this solution, blockchain and our gap tracer, and to close them as soon as possible. And second, because whatever could happen in the government can fast track to the rest of a country or of a community, or in a commercial type of ecosystem as well.
Okay, great. Okay, so to be part of the conversation, don't forget that you can send your questions to us at Crypto TV Plus from whatever channel that you're watching this program from. We're talking about gender inequality and how this particular gender gap can be solved using the blockchain technology. And I have an exciting guest joining us all the way from Spain, and that's Rebecca Fernandez. And she has been holding us down with a whole lot of answers on how she intends to prefer or bring this solution right to the global market market so that people, or we can have a balanced gender, all right, or we can say a balanced male and female, all right, for those who may not be able to grasp what gender is, right? So we can have that in the working environment, in the government sector, or whatever sector that you find yourself in. And Rebecca, so we are very soon I'll be going on Facebook, right, to check some of the questions that are coming in. We have a lot of people who are watching on Facebook, and I believe that they are sending their questions. I think I've seen one or two questions that they would like to have you answer. But before I pick those questions, let me just ask you this. Now, looking at Gap Tracer, I would like you to probably go a little bit technical, because people might be asking, how do you intend to use Gap Tracer, right, to solve this gender gap? So let's pick an example. So you can just help me cite an example of a particular organization where the Gap Tracer can be used. Can you help us do that?
Yeah, so in any type of organization, basically, the way to use Gap Tracer is that you just need to download the app, and you just need to set it up in your website, and just click on the Gap Tracer, and that will give you a result of if your a company is gender parity or not. If you are 101, you are gender parity, so you are okay. And if not, there is something that you need to do right. What are the benefits of Gap Tracer is that, of course, if you are gender parity and your organization equals 1, you can get, let's say, a logo. It's like a certified, and everyone wants to work in an organization which is gender parity or gender equal. If you are not, we will need to work towards what you need to do towards to reach that goal. So,
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if that responded to your question, Tony. It's any type of organization, any type of industry across the world can use this solution.
Okay, fantastic. Now let's go to, you said?
Yes, I was saying that at the moment, the way we are, I think that's actually one of your questions, but the way that we, our business strategy is that we are partnered with HR solutions, and the way is that we are actually growing lateral and organically through partners that can provide those solutions as well.
Okay, great. So you're going to be providing us with more information on the people that you've partnered with. That question will come later. So I have someone from Facebook by Adele Mohammed who wants to find out. I think this is just a random question for you. He's asked, how do you tend to solve some problems in an economy using the blockchain technology?
Thank you for your question. So, as mentioned, I'm talking about maybe Gap Tracer. We would like to use the power of blockchain to bring transparency and traceability to any type of decision, hiring, pay, and promotion decision that are present in all organizations in the world. So that's how we do it, through awareness and through becoming or through making those decisions transparent and trustable. That doesn't exist at the moment, and that's why we came up with this solution and with this idea that we need to have these decisions, or with this hiring, pay, and promotion process in public. We need to see what is going on and why there is these gaps, and trying to solve them. And that's why we are using the power of blockchain to make this happen.
Okay, Rebecca, you are currently based in Spain, right? And now most of the activities at the Human Capital Blockchain would definitely be within that community, within your community in Spain. But do you have plans for Africa? And if yes, what are these plans?
So basically, I want to highlight that I'm based in London. I live in London, but I'm Spanish, and currently, due to COVID, for the last 2 months, I'm in Spain, and we are taking this product globally. So first of all, with a focus in EMEA, not only in Spain and UK, where our business is set up, also in Netherlands is where my business partner is, and also in Austria is where we have all the research and the scientific type of stream in there, because we are also building the blueprint and all the framework that our solution will have. So we have this, let's say, business unit in there, and then also we have partners in US. We have a technology partner in there, and also we are in partnership with 2 software providers, one in the US. HR software provider, one in the US and another one in Spain. So then you are talking about Africa. Our media partner is actually in Africa. I have a program every 2 Thursdays. Their name is Coin News Extra, and I'm talking about this and trying to grow this ecosystem. And of course, we are working also towards to grow this ecosystem in Africa, certainly.
Okay, so talking about growing the ecosystem in Africa, so we're going to be seeing a community, right, of people who understand what the purpose or what the dream at the Human Capital Blockchain is about, and people who go about deploying the Gap Tracer, like you mentioned.
Yes. And yes, I'm going to take advantage of what you mentioned, Tony. Of course, by creating this awareness, it's a big step. But also, I guess it will be very helpful if any type of organizations, HR, software providers in Africa, or even governments or institutions wants to talk with us about how we can implement Gap Tracer fast track the Gap Tracer, let's say, in Africa, or at least in certain communities in Africa, it will be very great as well.
Yes, because the reason I asked that question is because we've seen a whole lot of cases where gender inequality, you can throw in gender violence into that box or into that basket as well. Gender gap, gender inequality, we have a whole lot of that operating or in function, especially in this part of Africa, and passionate or particularly looking forward to seeing that we have something like this, the Gap Tracer, as well as every other product that will be coming out of the Human Capital Blockchain operating here, in Africa. Now, while you were explaining, you talked about some of the organizations, the institutions that you have partnered with, right? So I don't know if there are more, but are you guys open to more partnerships?
Yes, certainly, because we believe that the pie is very big. It's a very huge problem that we're trying to solve in here, and we would like to, of course, fast track this as soon as possible in every part of the world. Of course, in Africa is our core intention. So yes, we are looking for partnerships. We are looking for especially for these institutions or governments, software providers, or anyone who can think that Gap Tracer can benefit, or this Human Capital Blockchain ecosystem can have a good impact in Africa. We believe so. But I guess, yes, we are looking for partnerships. So if someone wants to reach out, please do it so.
Okay, so one of our viewers or someone from Facebook would like to find out, this person is asking, how can one know more about Human Capital Blockchain? Like if they want to learn more about your platform, where should they go to? What direction would you point towards?
Thank you for the question. It's a very good question and very important. You can reach out us in www.humancapitalblockchain.com. We have also a specific website focused for Gap Tracer. That's www.gaptracer.org. Also, you can find us in LinkedIn, Human Capital Blockchain, or you can find myself, Rebecca Fernandez, also in Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm very active actually in social media. I normally do a lot of conference and talks. As mentioned, I have a program every 2 weeks in Africa, actually in Nigeria, in which I'm talking about solving gender inequality by using blockchain technology. So in any, in all these places, you can find us, find more about us, and of course reach out us if you want to talk with us.
Okay, so you've heard from Rebecca herself. If you'd like to be part of Human Capital Blockchain and everything they're doing, you can reach out to the links that she mentioned, www.humancapitalblockchain.com. Then if you would like to know more, check out her product or their solution, and that is www.gaptracer.org. Now, here is an important question I would like to ask you. Where do you see Human Capital Blockchain in the next 5 years, Rebecca?
That's a very good question, Tony. Thank you for that.
Before I allow you to answer the question, now we've seen so many. Come on, we've been in this space for how long? I believe that you are, in one way or the other, you're into cryptocurrency investments, definitely, and you've seen coins, projects that will come with so much promises, and before you know it, the thing you don't have to see them anymore. So that is the reason I'm asking this question. Products like this with huge promise, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so basically I think we are taking a slightly different approach from a majority of the blockchain project that we are, or at least myself, I'm seeing in the market, which majority of them, or a huge amount of them, I'm failing. And we are taking the scientific approach. So we are building the house from the start, right? So we are, yes, prototyping and piloting the solution, but also making an academic and scientific approach of it. So making all the papers, we are also writing a book, we are creating this blueprint, we are creating this way of working and how this will work. And of course, we are building the solution. And of course, afterwards, we are creating the certificates and all these protocols and guidelines that companies need to follow. And consultancy basis, of course. So how I see this in 5 years, so I really see this as a huge reality, because first of all, in the HR industry, this blockchain technology is too much needed, not only for the gender inequality, also for the HR industry, the human capital industry. Yes, human resources or human capital industry as a whole, because there is no one short of truth in any company, or that doesn't exist when it comes to humans, people, employees, and this is very needed. It's very, very needed. There is no traceability of anyone, people's skills, capabilities, certifications, academic, even personal verification. That doesn't exist. Then we also trying to solve the problem with the connection between systems, because at the moment we see that the current technology, the system doesn't talk with each other. We copy and paste data, and we want to, of course, build this solution, and we believe that in 5 years' time this will be a huge reality, and many organizations in the world can be using this human capital blockchain, and then of course, in the other hand, having this gap tracer as a start, we can be fixing, or at least fast tracking, the gender gaps and reaching parity earlier than in 100 years' time, just because we are going to bring trust, fairness, transparency, and trust and efficiency to any type of decision, again, in hiring, pay, and promotions. We are going to be doing social compliance and inform to the public why are these gaps present. So I guess by creating awareness, measuring them, and then of course, because we are taking this again with a scientific and academic approach, we will have also all the steps that needs to be followed afterwards. So in 5 years' time, I see this as a huge reality, and many organizations in the world using it.
I can see the expression of your face, the excitement as you're talking about, what you hope to have achieved in 5 years' time. How important and big data is for you? You're talking about humans here, you're dealing with humans, gender. How important is data for you, Rebecca?
For me, data is everything. For me, data is the new gold.
Data is everything.
Is almost everything. Of course, humans, so there's other things, but we are talking about how important for me is data. For me, data is key. And the technology bring us this opportunity that we have more data, more information, and we need to do something with it. Whatever you measure improves. And now with blockchain, we can have that in a secure, transparent, and trustable way.
Okay.
And so yes, for me, data is everything. It's the new goal.
All right. Thank you so much, Rebecca Fernandez, for joining me on the program. It's been an exciting time discussing with you on how gender gap, gender inequality can be solved using the blockchain technology, and what an exciting project you have at Human Capital Blockchain. I look forward to seeing the greater works that you guys will be putting out sometime soon. At this point, Rebecca, I'll have to let you go, and trust me, I'll be seeing you some other time. Thank you so much for joining me on the program. Don't forget to follow us across our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every Friday we have Crypto Roast by 9 p.m. GMT +1, and every Mondays we have Inside Blockchain by 8 a.m. GMT +1, and on Wednesday, just like today, every other day, we have AMA series by 4 p.m. GMT +1. So don't forget to stay tuned to all the programs that we have for you.
Have you ever updated on our show in Africa? Now you hear.
Where you get updated, educated, and entertained.
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you, everyone.
Fintech.
Thank you.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus.
Do not miss Crypto Roast every Friday, showing on Crypto TV Plus.
Great opportunities are presented to us every day. But sometimes we miss them, living a life of regret and what ifs. Opportunities come but once, or maybe not. Now, Digital Money Revolution has come to Africa. Wealth is no longer for a selected few. Money has been redefined. Introducing Tatcoin. Tatcoin is Africa's utility token that gives you access to a life of endless possibilities. You can shop, buy real estate, travel, invest, and build wealth. For more information, visit www.abitsnetwork.com.